Hi guys, and welcome to another chart. Today we're gonna talk about the 1990. Let's get started. Position number 10 is a little weird because this album doesn't have a very good reputation. This is No Prayer for the Dying by Iron Maiden. Oh, by the way, this is the old cover. This guy has been cleared out from the cover. I don't know why. Maybe it was too violent. This one was a sort of flop at the time because Iron Maiden were coming from a golden era, but this one, if you listen to it now, it's a very good album. Bring It All to the Slaughter, Tailgun, Holy Smoke, the title track. So overall I think it's a good album. It's just not very well recognized because they were doing way better at the time. Number 9 for Jon Bon Jovi. This is not a proper album. It's sort of solo album / soundtrack inspired by the film Young Guns 2. The soundtrack is really good. Well, I wouldn't say the soundtrack. I would say it's a solo album by Jon Bon Jovi, and it's got Blaze of Glory, which was taken by the main band. Overall, it's a very good album, and it's way better, if you ask me, than the maybe last 10 years of Bon Jovi, maybe 15. This is a very good album. This is the album of More Than Words, the hit single from the 1990, of course. This is Pornography by Extreme, and this album got them very famous, mainly thanks to that single, but overall it's a little too long, but it's got especially the first part is a very good album, and with 2-3 killer ballads. Nuno Bettencourt was amazing, and Gary Sharon as well. Debut album from Alice in Chains, killer tracks. Man in the Box, which is my favorite. Love, Hate, Love, Bleed the Freak, very important tracks for the band. This is the debut. They will do even better with the following album. So this one is not amazing in its entirety, but it's a very good album with killer tracks. This is Crazy World by Scorpions, a very, very important album, and it's got two of their best ballads ever. Send Me an Angel, the last track of the album, and Wind of Change, one of the most important tracks of their career. It's even political, but I'm sure you know the story behind this song. I'm not a super fan of Scorpions, but this one is maybe my top 3. Great album. One of the most recognizable intros of all time is Painkiller by Judas Priest. Very, very heavy album with great songs between the Anvil and the Hammer, Nightcrawler. You can name 5-6 songs that they are in their greatest hits. So it's one of the most important albums for Judas Priest. The band was in a very good shape at the time. Well, it's still in a good shape. This one is, I say that it's overrated because it was the most successful album, but when you have tunes like the title track and especially Silent Lucidity, which is one of my favorite ballads all time, you win. So you get to surrender to Empire no matter what. This is simply one of the best instrumental albums ever. This is Passion and Warfare by Steve Vai. I was so lucky, I saw the tour. It was maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago, playing the album from the beginning to the end, and it was an amazing journey. For the Love of God, which is an absolute masterpiece. So the audience is listening. This album is full of great tunes and great songs that made the career of Mr. Steve Vai. Position number 2 for another super classic. This is Cowboys from Hell by Pantera. I always like this this CD cover, which is kind of ridiculous because they are sort of photoshopped. This is considered as the debut of the band, even if they got way more albums, but they try to hide the past. And this one is Terry Date plus Pantera and the new sound, the new era of the band, and of course great tunes. The title track, Domination, and Cemetery Gates. This is the second best album of their career, in my opinion. I prefer the one after this one, but this one is a great debut, even if it's not a debut. First place for Rust in Peace by Megadeth. Did you know I was talking about the Cowboys from Hell? And before this album, Dave Mustaine called Dimebag Darrell and he asked him to join the band, but He didn't go because he wanted to play with the brother, but it was Nick Menza raiding the band. So Dave Mustaine said there is space only for the guitar player. Overall, I think it was a great thing for us because we have 2 great albums instead of 1. Perfect thrash album, title track, Tornado of Souls, very peculiar sound, great band members that I talked about, Nick Menza and Marty Friedman. Maybe after Master of Puppets, it's my second best in thrash metal history. This was my top 10, you let me know what you think as usual, and yeah, put a like, subscribe the channel, and let me know what you think. Let's talk about music as always. That's it. Rock and roll.